Hey buddy, welcome to Castle Hives. Brian here. My plan, what I'm going to do is go through here and just check weight on the supers that are on. Now these supers that are above the excluder, I am not going to harvest that. That is their winter food. So I need to check weight on them. Now also, I have 2 colonies that were going through a process of requeening. If I do not see definite signs, my resource colony is going to be used to move queens over and get those colonies on the way. It's getting really late in the season up here to be playing around with colonies that are going through a queening process. Now our goldenrod also is in, so that is wonderful. Whether that will produce, I don't know. But looking down through the line here, you can see there's just an enormous amount of activity when you look down this line. So that's great to see. I like seeing these colonies out working like that. Let's start going down the row here and let's see what we find. Oh yeah, so there's some weight there. I wanted to check the center of this super because that's what they would fill out first. Yeah, there's a little bit of weight in that. Excellent amount of brood there. But what do I see? Look at that, a cell. So this frame could be used in one of my other colonies. If I find that I need a queen, then I'm going to remember that frame. So this outer frame here. If I find the queen in here, I do not need those cells anywhere. They'll get crushed down. So there's the queen, okay? Now we see her right there. So she is in here. It's so important to manage your colonies this time of year. Look at that brood frame right there. Fantastic. Fantastic. Look at that. All right, I'm going to shift this back, and these girls are getting testy. Now I have to remember, I have 2 cells in here. If I need, I can put those into another colony. Crack this next colony open and I can really smell that fall flow. A little bit of weight in there. Nice calm colony here. You look at that right there. Good calm colony. All right, I see some larvae down in there. Eggs. Oh yeah. So there's brood on here. Eggs, larvae, capped over. Yep, and look at that. I want to see that these colonies are building out. Like right now, they're very close to building their winter. The brood that's going to emerge now is going to raise my winter bees. Nice calm colony. We can see that nice queen there walking around doing her job. Oh, good brood there too. Milk brood down in there. And when I mean milk brood, the milk brood that I refer to is brood. You'll see larvae, and it has a little bit of royal jelly in there with it. They will feed that larvae, and they grow out, and they cap them over. They'll go through their pupal stage. Then they emerge out. What I'm doing by shifting these frames is I am positioning that brood nest right in the middle of this box. So this colony I am not concerned with. All right, well, first frame I pulled out, I see my queen there, and she is a red dot. She is on that outer edge. Hopefully I'm going to find a decent brood pattern in here. Not as much brood in this colony as what I would like. Yeah, this should be layered up, and I do see brood there. And what do I find? Another cell. All right, well, we got brood over here. Okay. So a little bit, not quite as much, but now our weather in the last week, we've had some fluctuating weather. All right, now this colony here, the last time I was in it, had a virgin. Well, I can see a couple larvae down in there, so that's leading me to think that there is a mated queen in here. The behavior of this colony, though, too, being a little bit more mild is leading me to think that there is a queen in here also. Okay, so I'm seeing eggs, and the eggs are in the center of the cell. That's also a key. With the queen's abdomen being longer, she will tend to lay her eggs down in the center of the cell, whereas if you have a laying worker, they're very sporadic and they'll lay multiple eggs. And with these little cups, there are times that a colony will do that because this new queen, wherever she is, her pheromones aren't quite as strong. Almost gets me thinking that this colony has successfully made a new queen. Now, what I'm going to do is this. If truly there is a mated queen in here, and in a couple days, I'll have to come back and check and possibly find a mated queen. Alright, so this colony here shows me on my queen right dial that it should have a 2024 queen. Oh, look at that. Wonderful brood. Wonderful. That right there is what I'm talking about with these colonies. Fantastic. A little bit of drone on there. And drone brood, you can see it right there. It is larger. Those are those big boys. Drone brood right there as well. Look at that. Brood on there. There's pollen down on there. Let's slap this colony back together. Well, we found in the yard, most of the colonies are doing really well. Look at that brood on there. That's nice. And there we go. There's the queen. She's doing a really good job. So it's nice having these extras. A good brood here. I am going to close that up. Overall, you know, I like it. We'll see how things pan out, though. I mean, you can't count your chickens before the eggs hatch, especially in beekeeping. I've learned that. But I like the activity here. I like the weather that we're going to have. So really, there's two colonies that I'm kind of concerned with. There's one that doesn't have as much brood as what I think it should. We'll see. I have some wiggle room in that there's some colonies with an exceptional amount of brood, so I could always shift over. But things are progressing along, so that is it, y'all. So this is a September 8th update at the Castle Hives Apiary. So you all take care, and until the next one.